What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, our now seemingly daily news series we are running, looking at different pieces of international music news from around the world, primarily covering Afrobeats, Amapiano, dancehall, and similar surrounding genres. And today we're getting into a very interesting international piece of news indeed. As always, we do tend to look across Instagram and places like that for our news. Make sure you do go and follow the Music Whisperer on Instagram. This isn't where we found this piece of news, but I know he's got a post about it likely to be coming soon, so there we go. We are going to be getting into this article. As always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Now, on to today's article. We have seen a fantastic post come out from LOJAY, who has made it aware to the world that Chris Brown will be featuring on an official Mona Lisa remix alongside him and SARZ this Friday. That's when it's going to be dropping, and I am very, very excited for this one. On a personal note, this was a tune that I reacted to as part of the requested series that we were running towards the end of last year, basically catching up with a load of tunes that we missed over the year, and I was very excited to jump into it. I'm a big fan of what LOJAY's doing. I love his vocal range. I love his kind of approach to the music he makes. And obviously linking up with SARZ, one of the most decorated, one of the most creative, one of the most kind of fundamentally inventive producers within this kind of wider Afrobeats and sort of, I suppose, even Amapiano fusion sound that we're currently hearing. He is definitely one of the names that people do need to be keeping an eye on. And this is why it gets very, very exciting. Seeing Chris Brown getting involved on a collaboration such as this shows that LOJAY is now moving into this kind of area of popularity. Like, looking over the kind of original tune itself, obviously it was part of the Love and Attention EP, which did actually feature the track Love and Attention from Wizkid, one of my favourite releases of last year, without a shadow of a doubt. It also featured a Tanongo on there and a few other bangers as well. Realistically, this was the biggest track from that partnership that we saw between LOJAY and SARZ, and LOJAY has obviously off the back of that gone on to feature on a few different projects, including Runaway with Runaway with A Star, which was a very interesting tune indeed, and obviously on OnlyFans as well, as part of DJ Neptune's Greatness 2.0 project. So the actual track itself reached a Billboard high of 17, which, considering its competition and the amount of time that had passed since the Billboard chart actually came together, is pretty impressive, to be honest with you. And alongside this, it's been in that chart for 8 weeks, and it's still in 30th position. Considering the amount of bangers that have landed since then, and the amount of other tracks that have actually come into that chart at a high level but have then gone underneath it, it shows that this is actually one of the most strong performing tunes of the last couple of years, and the fact that it is still sat at number 30 in that Billboard chart is absolutely amazing. A wicked thing to see for LOJAY, and SARZ as well, of course, on the production side of things. It's had a huge reception worldwide, the original, and even here in the UK, I've been out and about at clubs and kind of dances, and this is a tune that I've heard over systems. It's also a tune I've heard UK kind of YouTubers speaking about. I'm pretty sure I saw Tobe Jizzle talking about it in a Sidemen video where they were all asked about what their favourite song at the moment was, which is really, really cool to see how far this tune has actually gone. So this is where it gets interesting. Chris Brown getting involved with a tune like this. Obviously, Chris Brown is no stranger to the kind of wider Afrobeat sound, especially on the electronic side. We've seen him very recently collaborate with Rema, obviously on Time and Affection, as part of the Raven Roses EP. Again, and that was a tune that gained a lot of attention. I got a lot of you guys on the channel really enjoyed it, and it's always interesting to see these big kind of international kind of reputation artists really get involved on these tracks. Obviously that Time and Affection tune was a really well thought out collaboration. It wasn't just kind of like a quick feature verse from Chris Brown. He had pretty much half the tune, and I think it was like a 3-minute 58 tune, something along those lines. So a massive kind of input on that one. Obviously we've seen Chris Brown collaborating with Davido a fair few times as well, and I think he's a name that is going to continuously kind of come into this world. R&B tends to, I feel, overlap very nicely with a lot of what's going on in the kind of wider Afrobeat sound, and obviously LOJAY is one of the artists on the more experimental, more electronic side, so it's going to be really cool to see how this kind of link up comes together. And it's going to be very interesting more than anything else to see what Chris Brown does vocally. We know he has a fantastic vocal range. We know he's able to kind of slip into these tunes with relative ease, but Mona Lisa is a very different kind of arrangement. It's very electronic, it's very kind of bouncy, very kind of punchy as well in a lot of the sort of drum sounds and and the percussion that's used. So it's going to be interesting to see where Chris Brown takes his vocal feature on this one. And yeah, overall, it is a very interesting direction for it to kind of go in. We've seen a ton of these big name collaborations coming into the sort of wider Afrobeat scene recently. The likes of obviously Justin Bieber being a big one. We're seeing a lot of. Drake's been there 1,000 times already. We've seen Jason Derulo getting involved quite recently as well. So these names are all kind of stacking up on top of each other, and we are starting to get to a point now where the names within the Afrobeat scenes are actually kind of growing to the point where they're seen as level with a lot of these stars. We've obviously recently just seen the Burna Boy Madison Square Garden performance. We've also seen him do the Billboard Music Award performance as well. So it's interesting to see how these collaborations are now being seen. Does this do more of a favour to Chris Brown, or does it do more of a favour to LOJAY and SARZ? Again, let's not forget that to be still be number 30 on the US Afrobeats Billboard chart means this tune is still doing numbers. It's doing absolute bits, and it's being played weekly. It's not just sitting on its laurels. This is still registering views. It's still registering a serious amount of attention. And obviously, the original came out about a year and a half ago at this point. So to see this now happening down the line, it's going to be very exciting to see the tune revisited, to see if there's any kind of revamps to the instrumental or any of the structures surrounding it. But there we go, guys. This is going to be released on Friday. You can actually go and check out the teaser for this over on LOJAY's Instagram. He put a post up himself. That's how we know about this, and it's how we know that this is actually something that is definitely going to be happening this Friday, which I'm so excited for. Like, whenever we see these big remixes, I do get excited. One, because it means we're going to be able to give you kind of cool content for YouTube, but also because it expands the sound. It brings new ears and new listenership into the sound, and for me, that's always the most important thing. Expansion and growth of a genre is always the kind of aim, especially with collaborative material such as this. So there we go, guys. I want to know your thoughts on this, so please do get into the comment section down below and let me know your thoughts on how you think this is going to be. Do you think the collaboration is going to work? Is this a kind of quick money grab from Chris Brown, or is this a tune that you feel he's going to genuinely be able to add to? Is he going to be able to add some of that kind of swagger? We know Chris Brown can bring some of that vocal range. Again, this is a tune that has a lot of dance routines to it already. A lot of kind of viral content has been made on this tune as well, so this is definitely an area we know that Chris Brown can benefit from, but I've got a funny feeling he's going to have jumped on this purely because of what a banger it is more than anything else, and it making sense musically. So there we go. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, getting involved with the videos in as many ways as you can. The sub count is rising super quickly. It's crazy to see how much you're supporting these videos, and in general, it's an awesome experience for me to be able to put them together and stay up to date with the latest news as well. Don't forget to lock into Breakfast with KXVU each and every morning. Download the Trickstar radio app. There is a link in the description down below. I'm live from 7 till 10 UK time in the morning for the breakfast show. A ton of good music gets played, so do feel free to stop by and join us. That's it from me, though. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.